It's Thursday night, and you know what that means? It's another For the Homies podcast.
Yes.
I am
Let's
Phantom Mac. I'm
go.
along with Big Dog Jake and MMA Crease King Jr. How you boys been doing?
Listen, been good, man. Been good.
It's been cold for me. It's been cold. We've been having this thing here in Mid-Atlantic where we're like spring and autumn don't really exist. It's like really cold for 5.5 months, and then there's a couple weeks where it's rainy and cold and warms up, and then it's really hot for about 5.5 months, and then there's a couple weeks where it's a little rainy and then it's really cold again. So it was very hot last week, and I had my AC on and all that jazz, and now just suddenly after a couple of days it's very cold. So as you can see, I'm wearing a long sleeve shirt. And since I've lost so much weight since last I had to wear warm clothes, it's big. This shirt is gigantic on me now. So, what are you gonna do about it? Yeah, can't do anything about it.
You could tell it's cold. I got my beanie on, and I got long sleeves. It's cold down here tonight.
I'm not wearing a beanie, and this isn't a snipe at my fiance, but I'm not wearing a beanie because she doesn't like it. I was like, oh man, because I wear a beanie when it's cold, and she doesn't like me wearing a beanie. I'm like, well, okay, fine, whatever. I mean, she's not here to smack me about it, but I'm sure my phone's gonna light up as soon as I say this. If she's watching, if you're watching, I love you.
I live in Texas, so it's just hot as Satan's nutsack all year long. So it is what it is.
It's true.
Yeah.
So before we get started, we're sending our prayers and our well wishes to the people of Florida.
Yes.
After
North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia.
Yeah.
You guys got hit with
man.
2 Cat 4 hurricanes within a week, which
possible
is
3. There's another one that's forming
soon, potentially.
That's crazy, man. Crazy.
Horrific. And so to everybody down there in the Southeast, please be safe. Please be safe.
We're praying for you guys.
We are.
We're praying for you.
For you guys.
Yeah.
Safe.
So let's jump into the show. So what's up first, Crease?
So I think we got some internet news that we got to pull up, Mr. Phantom. What's up, Nerd Slap?
Yeah. So regarding internet news, Phantom, do you have anything specific that you want to cover first?
Let's just jump into the breaking news from a few hours ago that Star Wars has introduced their first trans stormtrooper named Sister.
This is dumb. I'm just gonna say it like that. This is dumb. Libs of TikTok, as she always does, collated, and apparently a new book that is coming out that is taking place. I think it's supposed to take place in the Clone Wars universe. There is going to be a trans stormtrooper, which is odd. Well, because anytime there's a transmission anywhere, it's kind of odd because those in reality are quite rare as far as human beings are considered. Secondly, as we all know, clone
diversity.
Troopers, it's in the name, clone troopers. They're all the same person. They're literally all the same guy, the same singular person.
They're clones of Jango. They're clones of Jango fucking Fett. So,
and I heard some people complaining earlier this week that there wasn't any diversity in the clone troopers, and I'm like, first off, they're clones. They're
clone troopers.
Secondly, they're all cloned from a First Nations guy in New Zealand. Like, he's a First Nations New Zealander. He's not a white guy. So, like,
they're all diverse.
they're 100% diverse in that case. Wayfarer saying with you always with supervision to kids. Yes, look, protect children at all costs. Protect children at all costs.
Yeah. Hey, but Star Wars is for kids, man. Like, this is for kids. Remember that. Star Wars has always been for kids, but...
Oh, yeah, but don't forget in Acolyte, we seen a half-naked man get out of the damn water and all kinds of stupid shit.
And you know what? I'll say this. Kreese, you're correct. Star Wars has always, at least according to George Lucas, and this is the point I'm going to make, been for kids. Under George Lucas, the people that are making Star Wars things now, at least after, let's say, 2017, like after The Last Jedi, because when The Last Jedi came out, it was very obviously not kid-friendly. Not that there was a lot of sex or a lot of violence, but it wasn't, like, attractive to kids. Certainly since then, any original series has not been for children. Like, I would never show The Acolyte to a child under any circumstances, period.
Yeah. You don't know what's the crazy part? The people that this is supposed to be made for, they don't even show up. That's the funny part.
Yeah, of course. They're not going to go out to, I don't know, Borders. Borders isn't around anymore, but they're not going to go to a bookstore and buy The Secrets of the Clone Troopers when this drops. They don't care. They don't even watch the stuff that's made for them. They are the modern audience that stuff is made for. And it's like 0.5% of the watching population. They're not watching it. They don't care.
We need to appeal to these guys. They're unspoken people. Nah, not really. Sorry.
No, they're not. So you can see. Gosh, go ahead. I'm just going to show the photos.
This has got to be dumber than them making a fucking rock a co-pilot in the High Republic.
Yeah, that would be stupid. This is, I mean,
stupid.
The thing is,
retarded.
This person, I mean, first off, it's a fictional character, so I don't feel bad about saying anything demeaning. And it's not even based on a real person because it's a piece of literature that's based off of an animated television show. Not even shaped like a stormtrooper or a clone trooper in this case, because obviously they're based off the same guy. They're broad-shouldered, slendered waist, tall, chiseled jaw. And this is distinctly a kind of boyish, but nevertheless feminine shape of person with braids and makeup, maybe. And also, she got personalized trans. The trooper.
You bigot.
I made a mistake because I'm a big. Well, technically, this person is called Sister, and also I don't like how they are implicating Rex in this. Captain Rex saying that Sister, quote, expressed her gender identity differently than her fellow stormtroopers. She'd have to hide who she truly was inside, and so he gave her the name.
Wait a minute. She's a sister, but she's still a non-binary.
No. She's a transmission. She's a transmission, and apparently Captain Rex, one of the most beloved characters in the Clone Wars series, apparently helped Sister keep Sister's secret that the trooper is a transmission.
I hate when people do this.
Dumb.
I hate when people do this to the Laurel, man. Like, they'll say, well, if Captain Rex likes it, that means all of you guys like it. No, I don't care. Like,
so basically they made one of the stormtroopers into a femboy. That's all they did.
That's basically what they did.
Yeah.
Basically.
Fruit cake with nut.
So they literally made a stormtrooper into a sissy. That's all they did. That's all they did.
And her armor gets custom transmission colors: the pink, the blue, and of course the white on the rest of the
rest. A little bit on the nose, right there.
Oh, you think? A little bit? Yeah.
Oh yeah, man.
Oh my God!
But you want to know who's in charge of it? Kathleen Kennedy, the one that's going to save Star Wars. You know who else is in charge? Dave Filoni, the one that's going to be saving Star Wars.
I was looking into this a little bit earlier when it dropped.
Mm-hmm.
Leslie Headland has got her sticky little fingers in this shit too.
No way. What?
Oh yes, she's definitely going to save Star Wars, guys, because she's the savior of Star Wars because yeah.
Because if you look
over 6 million genders. The replies are just.
I know.
Oh.
I know we're gonna talk about. I know we'll talk.
What the fuck?
I'm sorry.
We'll talk about this. Of course, there's a co-star of Amanda Stenberg we'll talk about later on in pop culture or whatever. But yeah, we're not done with Star Wars, people. This is the first half. We got a second half later on in pop culture. But I just
brace for it.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I've given up on Star. I've given up on Star Wars, man. I just expect it. I expect them to just keep on messing it up, man. I just expect it. I don't know what else to say. Our friend, if you're a Star Wars fan, if you like Star Wars still, your canon is the George Lucas movies. If you still now, you can like the sequels. That's fine. To each his own. Hey, I like Batman and Robin. I like crappy movies too, or whatever. But as far as my head canon, there's only 6 Star Wars movies. Just like there's 3 Indiana Jones movies, there's only 1 Mulan movie, and there's only 2 Nolan Batman movies. But
Preach, brother. Preach. Preach, brother. Hail, Hoodie. Good to see you.
What's up, Hoodie? Oh, Hoodie, man. We got to get you on here one day, man. We definitely got to get you on here one day, man. I'm going to have to reach out to you one day, man. Oh, yeah, man. For sure.
Oh, my God.
I was going to say. I mean, I guess we can, while Phantom's getting ready, we can bring up that Unisoft thing, whatever.
Yeah. We can.
I'm gonna let you cook on that one, man, because I don't really know anything about the video game industry, or whatever. So,
Oh, absolutely. So, as has been in the news, Ubisoft is kind of in the toilet right now. They're not doing well. I just brought up the article I decided to bring up was just a very bog standard business article. It's talking about how their shares are at a decade low, and Ubisoft is not doing well. They announced that the latest Assassin's Creed that was supposed to be coming out in a few weeks is delayed another 3 months because it seems kind of obvious why the backlash for this specific Assassin's Creed, ever since they changed the formula after Assassin's Creed Unity, and then they moved to the new formula with one that took place in Egypt. I keep forgetting the name of that one. Origins. There's Origins, there's Odyssey, which I actually think Odyssey is kind of a good game. There are some woke elements, I guess you could say, in the real world parts of the game, but the actual in Greece 2500 BC part or 2500 years ago, that's actually good. I think that game is good.
Mirage.
And then, of course, there was Valhalla. Then there was Mirage, which was okay. And now the latest Assassin's Creed, which is going to be taking place in Japan.
Shadows.
People are not happy at all. Specifically, Japanese people are not happy about it at all. They're super upset. And I agree. Personally, if I was a Japanese person living in Japan and a French company and a French company decided to tell me what my country's history was like, and it was what they're putting forward, I'd be very upset also. I'd be super upset. And I think this is the first time since 2007, when Assassin's Creed came out, or 2006, that an Assassin's Creed game has been delayed the first time. That's a big fucking deal. This is like every 2 years now, a new Assassin's Creed game comes out, and it's been going on now since Origins in 2014, I think, or 15.
Mm-hmm.
This is a big deal, having it delayed 3 months. And also, Ubisoft is kind of doing some things okay, because the new Prince of Persia game came out, which Prince of Persia finally coming back after Warrior Within in 2009, and apparently it's good. Apparently people really like the new Prince of Persia game. Apparently it's actually very good, but it's certainly not as popular as Assassin's Creed is, or maybe was, let's say. So Ubisoft is kind of in a bit of a tailspin. There's executives who are making weird statements about potential downsizing. There are developers of the current Assassin's Creed game who are coming out and making like kind of bizarre statements. Origins came out in 2017. Thank you. I thought Odyssey came out in 2017, but I guess I'm mistaken.
Odyssey came out about a year and a half later.
Okay, so that checks out. And one of the issues, I think this is probably the biggest thing with Ubisoft, is because their stock is dropping so low, and the company is worth, I mean, compared to even a decade ago, they're worth like less than half of what they used to be worth. There's discussions that there's going to be a potential buyout, which would be a massive thing. And who's up to plate to purchase them? Potentially Tencent, Chinese company Tencent, Chinese media conglomerate Tencent, who already owns, I think, like 8 or 9% of Ubisoft in stocks. And so there are talks that there is going to potentially be a.
Is that a good?
Is that a good thing?
Is that a good thing for Chinese? Like, are Chinese games good?
If the Chinese government buys it out, you're gonna have propaganda put in there, but they'll get rid of the woke pieces of shit that's in the company. They won't have that shit.
Right, but then there's the balance. There's the games potentially going if let's say if Tencent were to purchase Ubisoft, buy out all this stuff in a violent takeover, would future games have woke stuff removed from them, or there just would be wokes for there? Probably. But you also have to now remember that Chinese media conglomerate Tencent, which is inherently connected to the Chinese Communist Party, owns this massive development studio, and their games are popular. They use their own launcher. They're always online. And what does that mean? That means any data that you're going to put in is going to be given to a foreign power, which I'm not trying to get political about it, but that's this is the line that you have to walk when we discuss these things. Like, no more woke stuff. Yay. Oh, also the CCP is going to have all of our information.
Yeah. They're gonna like say, "Oh, this Jake guy, he lives in such and such. He likes eating peaches, things like that." Like, like they get it.
Well, it's you have to look at this as the lesser of two evils. Basically, it's the lesser of two evils. You got the Communist Party, right, and then you got getting rid of woke shit. I mean,
if I may. In the West, there has been a growing movement against wokeness. Mm-hmm. They're kind of on they're kind of like a cornered animal. They're just lashing out at everything. If left to thank you, JK. A year later, so 2018. So I mean, I feel in 5 to 10 years' time, the U.S. at least is going to be majority like anti-woke, let's say. And I really, really don't want another gaming company to be purchased by Tencent. I don't want yet another thing that makes products that I have enjoyed to be inextricably linked to the CCP. I feel like for the long-term best case scenario would be to have Ubisoft internally get rid of all of this crap that's causing them to delay the current Assassin's Creed game for 3 months, for instance, and fix their shit and move on that way. Tencent buying them out potentially, I feel like would be a net negative. Honestly, we need to, I say we, but gamers, let's say, or at least people who enjoy Ubisoft products like Assassin's Creed, like Prince of Persia, we should be more okay with accepting that sometimes these companies just need to implode and go down the tubes and their IP sold off.
Let them die.
We have to. You have to. Because in my opinion, speaking of the lesser of two evils, that would be the lesser evil for us, for people who enjoy video games, and it works the same way with television, works the same way with movies. I feel the same way about it.
Yeah.
You have to let these things fail. You have to.
Yeah.
Well,
it's like you just gotta let the market crash and then and bring it back up or whatever. So,
You do.
Yeah.
Well, also you gotta look. Ubisoft just had a failure in Star Wars Outlaws.
They did, which undersold dramatically undersold.
Now, they have 3 months. They are probably going to go in there and they're going to change some things in there. They got plenty of time to do it.
So that I actually disagree with.
They might.
I don't think they're going to change the game, like story wise, characters, anything like that. There's not enough time. The game is basically gone gold. So all they're doing is they have what all the developers can really do is they have 3 months to do bug fixing. And that's basically, hopefully, what they'll be doing. But as far as the actual character of the game is set. The game is going to be what the game is going to be. They cannot substantially change the game in this amount of time. And so it's probably going to underperform. And
of course,
dude, what does that mean? Maybe it probably means Ubisoft stocks drop more, which makes it more likely that they could be bought out.
Well, also you gotta look that the game right now is nearly $200 on console
for its Ultra Uber Special Edition.
It's what we used to call Legendary.
Yeah,
right?
Well, Halo. When Halo 3 came out, the Legendary Edition for that came with the Mjolnir helmet on a little mount, which I have, by the way. I remember buying that back in the day. Mm-hmm. That was something I saved up for back when I was like 14 years old. There's so many of those as well for video games. Every big publisher like EA, like Ubisoft, like Activision, Blizzard, whatever, Bethesda, there's always the $60 or now $70 version of the game. And then there's like the deluxe edition. Then there's the special edition. Then there's the pay a little bit more money. You get to pay the game 3 to 7 days earlier. And then there's like this stupid amount of money edition.
Vault edition, where you get like a million weapons and a million skins.
Yeah, well, exactly. And specifically when it comes to Assassin's Creed, like I said, I've been playing Odyssey over the past couple of weeks. I reinstalled it because I played it when it came out 6 years ago. I reinstalled it a little while ago. I've been playing a little bit. And, there's like 5 or 6 editions for that game as well. And there's an open cash shop. And one of the things that bugs me to death about Assassin's Creed games is if you're someone like me who tends to buy the games when they go on sale after like a year or whatever. So instead of a $60 game, it's like a $10 game. And the special edition with all the DLC is like $15 instead of $100. You get all of this, armor and weapons and stuff like that like throw off the balance of the game entirely. And it's shit you can't even get rid of. So, I boot up a game, I start a game with a new character, and I have all these armor and weapons that just absolutely fuck the balance of the game up for the first 15 hours or whatever. And that stuff I can't stand. I can't stand that stuff. But, they have to offer tiers. They have to offer tiers so people will be enticed to spend $10, $20, $30, $40, $50, $100 more for the same game, basically the same experience, and maybe you get a little plastic bauble to put on your desk.
Well, I mean, if you also look at it this way, these are the type of games that will not go on Game Pass until a year later, right?
Yes.
Because, we're getting Call of Duty in just matter of days. The new Call of Duty Black Ops 6.
Like 6 days, 7 days. It's coming out next week, right?
Yeah, next week or the week after. It's one or the other. And, the one thing I do like about Game Pass is that basically you're not paying full price for the game. And a lot of people say, well, Game Pass, but they like stuff with Game Pass, and I'm like, well, I have Game Pass. I've had Game Pass since day one, since they implement it. I save a ton of money on games, certain DLCs, certain stuff. A lot of stuff is reduced in price. So like when Black Ops 6 comes out, all I gotta do is just pay for the Battle Pass. I'm not paying for a $60 to $70 to $100 game anymore. I can just play it day one. A lot of people have issues with Game Pass. That's fine. I understand their issues with it. For myself, I've never had an issue with it. I haven't bought a game. The last game I bought probably was GTA 6. GTA 5 a few years ago.
Okay.
And that's the last game I bought. Hell, I didn't even pay for that. I just used my points I had up on in my account to get it. So, yeah, Outlaws failed, and Ubisoft is like, they're in panic mode. They delayed Shadows. There's controversy with Shadows, and maybe people are there. Oh, they pushed it back. They're gonna fix it. They're gonna fix it. Don't think that.
Yeah.
Don't think it, because they're gonna ship it out like Jake said. The way the game is already set up, maybe the only way they're gonna be like, okay, let's fix the bugs. Let's don't have it buggy, and maybe people will forget about the controversy, which the three of us won't, because when the game comes out, we're going to keep an eye on the sales and everything, and we're going to call out the bullshit that comes with the game.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Is there one more subject that you guys want to talk about? Because it's like we're pushing 30 inside the first.
I feel we can move on.
Yeah, we can move on. I'll make a video about the Bungie stuff tomorrow.
Okay. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and gonna go on to the farm. I think we gotta go talk to Phantom's chicks.
Yeah, everybody. I'm redesigning graphics, so this probably in the next couple weeks there's gonna be a new trailer trash thing.
Ooh.
But here we go.
Oh, nice.
I love the smell of chicken shit. Phantom, you need to shower more. Yeah, I don't know. So
fuck you and the horse you rode in on.
Wow.
Very good. Very good. Chris and I took the same horse, so you insulted us both.
That's the good old fashioned line from Meatballs 2 when Pee Wee Herman was in the movie, and he does like this, then he does like this. And the guy's like, I know what this means. What does this mean? That's fuck you and the horse you rode in on.
That's pretty gross.
R.I.P. to Pee Wee Herman, man. R.I.P. to the GOAT, man.
R.I.P. to him. So we got 2 trailers this week.
Now, So I'm gonna say this much. So one of them is a female spy that is not known as James Bond or Jane Bond.
It's a new idea. Can you believe it? It's a new
You-
idea.
You could do a spy film with a female spy and not be related to James fucking Bond.
Who knew?
Let's roll that beautiful beam footage.
Yeah, let's do it. So the first trailer we have is for a movie called Canary Black, which stars Kate Beckinsale. And I know there's actually been some clamoring for a new Underworld movie, which Kate Beckinsale starred in. So we're going to have, I mean, it's not like Underworld, it's a spy thriller. And it is the last role of a certain actor, which we will get into a little bit after the trailer. So let's go ahead and watch this in 3, 2, 1, go.
She's been known more for her action movies.
Mhm.
Underworld. She was in, she's in this one. She's been in a few other ones.
Long Kiss Goodnight.
Yeah, and she's very believable. She's believable as an action star.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just go watch the Underworld movies, and you can't say she's a Mary Sue and stuff. She's a fucking vampire, so yeah, she's got powers.
Right.
and she ends up becoming an almost like a Super Saiyan vampire because she drinks the blood of like an ultra elder.
Mm-hmm.
And she ends up getting powers even further beyond that, like a vampire. So yeah, she's believable as a hero. Yeah,
and that's how you do a proper like female action star. Is you give them an equalizer. In Underworld, she is a vampire, which superhuman strength, speed, things like that. In here, where she's just a regular human, what do? Well, you give her significant firearms training. And again, I don't care if you're a 110-pound woman. If you have significant firearms training, you can fight off a bunch of people. It's good enough.
And also you got to think martial arts training. She's probably a black belt in everything under the sun.
Maybe.
Weapons training. She's probably training vehicles, all kinds of shit.
Yeah.
The important part is to set the person up as being skilled in certain things. Not just drop a woman into an action scene apropos of nothing with no knowledge of her and see her beat up like 10 guys twice her size. Like, well, that's not going to work. But if you actually do something like this, she's been a spy for 15 years or whatever. She has significant firearms training. She has martial arts training. Things like this works. This could be believable. And Phantom, you brought up an interesting word just now. You said the word vampire, which I feel can bring us to our next trailer.
Oh yes, I've been talking about this movie. We got Nosferatu, the official trailer.
Nosferatu.
And one of the biggest things in this, William Dafoe plays Van Helsing. I believe he plays Van Helsing in this fucking movie.
He plays Dr. Abraham Van Helsing, which is my favorite character in the Dracula universe, although technically this is a remake of the 1928 movie Nosferatu, which is technically not Dracula, because I'm pretty sure it would have still been covered under copyright law back then.
But the funniest thing is, though, William Dafoe did the remake of Nosferatu, and he played the Count.
Yeah. But since we are officially really into spooky season, we're on the 10th of October. We're just 21 days away from Halloween. Ooh. Let's look at this. Let's look at this trailer. An actual spooky season trailer. Nosferatu in 3, 2, 1. Chicks the world over cream their pants the moment this dropped because every goth chick I've ever known, including my fiance, who isn't exactly goth, but she's very into the love story in Dracula. They all wish that they can be taken and ravaged in the middle of the night by some supernatural creature.
God bless them.
God, this makes me want to watch the director's cut of Bram Stoker's Dracula.
It's like
Gary
4
Oldman.
hours long. It's so long. Oh my gosh. Francis Ford Coppola.
It's a Snyder cut for vampires.
It basically, I mean, kind of, yeah.
It's better than the theater. It's better than the one that was in theaters because it literally like knocks out at least 7, 8 different plot holes that's in the theater, the one in theaters. Yeah. So
if it's kind of a dense book. There's a lot of characters and there's a lot of storylines going on. And moving on from just specifically Dracula to Nosferatu. It's directed by Robert Eggers, who did The Witch. He's done a few other movies. I think he did Midsommar as well. This is very Robert Eggers. It's his style. It's his writing. It's his visuals. This is how he directs most of his movies. I mean, I'm with Wayfair that this is better than Twilight. It's a better love story than Twilight. Absolutely.
Everything's better than Twilight.
That's true. That's true.
Oh, so there's a little thing. There's a little thing about Twilight I saw the other day. Robert Pattinson said that he hates Twilight. He hates being in those movies. Yeah, he hates being in those movies.
I don't blame him.
Can't blame him.
I don't know.
Yeah, vampires are not disco balls, people. They burn in sunlight. They don't glitter like a fucking glitter bomb. Fuck those movies.
Yeah.
I have those movies, and they're sealed up.
Why?
Because my girlfriend bought them probably a half year before she passed away, and we never got a chance to watch them. I have them; they're sealed up. I don't watch trash, so they'll never be open.
I was going to say not to be insensitive or too macabre, but it's probably best that we remember her by keeping those sealed up and just leaving it
sealed up. Just remember the time when we fell in love.
So,
shout out to Michael Jackson.
So what's up next?
It is Clown of the Week.
Oh, new segment, folks. Get ready for it.
Yeah. Give me a second. So before I get this teed up, Ray Stevens. Yeah. At least now his last role will be an actual good movie than freaking Ahsoka.
Right.
Yeah.
Not that he was bad in Ahsoka. He was good in Ahsoka, but
probably the only good thing about it. All right, time to go to the circus, everybody.
Oh boy.
So let's talk about this fucking retard, Jake.
Ugh. So our clown of the week is going to be internet influencer, I guess. Jack Doherty, who, while driving his McLaren 570S, nice car by the way, in the rain.
What's a nice car?
In the rain, while texting, decided he's on a freeway. There's not a lot of cars there, but he decided to, instead of going the speed limit, which he was doing for a period of time, was going over a little bit of a hump on a freeway and decided to accelerate like an idiot. And he began to hydroplane, and man, this video is nuts. So he's here texting and driving. His buddy is filming him in the passenger seat. And they were live streaming.
They were live streaming.
Oh, yeah. He's live streaming, Cake, Instagram, and wherever the fuck else. Not a ton of cars. He decides he's going to start to accelerate, hydroplane, whoops, and bang. Uh-oh. What happened here? Turn the audio back on. And just listen to his indignity. Yeah. Listen to his indignity.
Holy shit.
There's his cameraman.
Holy fucking shit. Oh, Michael. Are you okay?
That's fine. He doesn't look fine. Your cameraman doesn't look fine, dude.
Oh my god, bro.
He has a
concussion, by the way.
Oh, yeah, he does.
Bro, my whole fucking car, bro.
Yeah, your whole car. Your friend almost died, too,
no
dumbass.
Fucking way. Oh, my gosh.
Yeah. Yeah, it's totally.
There's no fucking... Michael, here. Michael.
Oh, yeah, make your concussed friend film. Make him film. Make him film while this is happening.
You're making your best friend film?
Oh, my God.
So, pause it for a second.
Sure.
So
we don't need to keep watching this one. Don't worry about it.
So
I'm gonna let you go first.
So some of the background on this, a lot of people are saying that he knew that this car would do this because he was told not to drive fast in the fucking rain.
Yeah,
and if you notice when he does it, normally when you go and you hydroplane, you turn your tires into the spin.
Yes.
He turned it the opposite way to wreck.
He barely even did that. You're supposed to take your foot off the accelerator and, as you said, turn into it. He's fucking spinning the wheel all different ways. He panicked. He's a kid driving a supercar in the rain during a hurricane, and as Vagabond points out, if the speed limit's 70 in the rain, the Department of Transportation says you're supposed to drive 10 under at least, and he was not.
Can I say this one thing? This is the problem with these young people, these young influencers doing internet. Too much internet is gonna kill you. This is an example. This is an example. These are the people that you don't follow. It I'm not telling you that we're great influencers or anything like that, but
I don't want to be an influencer. Make your own decisions, kids.
I don't. You make your own decisions, but these are the people that you don't follow. This is the idiot that your parents tell you, like, hey, I don't want you hanging out with the idiot, like, right here.
Exactly. And you reap what you sow. His channel got taken down permanently because he was live streaming while he crashed. His buddy was in
and he's going to have to get a... I'm assuming that he's probably going to... He's probably going to have to get a normal job now. Like, I understand with his generation, they don't understand what normal work is.
He has a shit ton of money. He has sponsors. He streams on other platforms. He's everywhere. He's the new some people are calling him the new Jake and Logan Paul. And with this stunt,
just what we need.
I see it.
Just what we need. Well, luckily,
just more bad
uploaded
influence.
His crime onto the internet, so his insurance company will not be reimbursing him for his $650,000 car because his insurance company is going to see, you were texting? Yeah, we don't pay damages if you're
texting
in the process of committing a crime. So his insurance.
I know he probably has that.
Oh my gosh! Oof.
See, he's that young rich. He's that stupid young rich. He got so much money. He doesn't know what to do with it. I guarantee you. I don't think he probably invests in right or whatever. No. I'm just saying or whatever. That's why I'm just saying, he's probably, yes, he might have money right now, but in the long term, he's probably going to have to get a new job. I mean, a normal job like everybody else or whatever, by the way he's going. Whatever. But that's just me.
And
my opinion, though. My opinion.
That he grooms 17-year-old girls to sign up for OnlyFans and takes portions of their sales. Jack Doherty, fuck you. Fuck you, also, and I don't like you.
So another thing that I went back and I looked at this kid because I didn't know who the hell he was.
I didn't know who he was. I heard the name.
I don't know who this kid is.
No idea.
So he's known for walking around being a big shot, and he has all these bodyguards and stuff, and he causes issues everywhere he goes.
I know you're about to mention.
There's some videos up on X where he's been caught out by himself, and he acts tough with his people around. He's a little bitch when they're not.
Which is extremely common. Extremely common if you're like 20, 21, and you look like that, and you're wealthy.
Yeah.
Feel like you're a hotshot. You feel like you could throw your weight, your money around. And the moment you get up into somebody's face, you feel like you could talk all that smack. And then the moment the guy puts hands on you to get you the fuck out of his face, you have your boys that you pay, who are grown-ass men, who are probably like, I get paid a lot of money, but man, I hate looking after this fucking 19-year-old douchebag, but I got to beat this guy up now. That doesn't make you big. It doesn't make you hard. It makes you a pussy.
Yeah. He's one of them people that's never been in a fight before. Like, you can just tell he's never been in a fight. he never been in no fight, or if he was, like he gets beaten up or whatever.
He's that kid that got swirlied in the fucking bathroom in high school.
Oh yeah,
guaranteed.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
And I just want to. This is just like general life advice, really. If you're like 18 to 21 years old, oh yeah, that sucker punch that was ridiculous. That guy was just yelling at Jack because Jack was yelling at him, and his bodyguard just fucking popped him. Bad idea. If you're like 20, 21 years old, and you're an influencer and you're making enough money to buy like a brand new McLaren 570S, for instance, you have it good. You really do. You should save that money. Whatever you do for work that's bringing in money, keep doing that. But you know what I would do in my free time? If I was in this guy's position, all I would do, other than work, whatever work I'm doing to make money, all I would do is I would spend my days doing three things. I'd be spending time with my wife. I would go on vacations around the world, and I would work out. That's literally all I would do with my free time. I wouldn't care about video games. Fuck this podcast. Forget you guys. I'm out of here if I'm a millionaire. No.
Oh, dang.
I would make sure my wife would never have to work again. My children would be able to go to good schools. I'd be investing all my money and saving all of my money. And I would just work out.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't boast about it. I wouldn't want to be an influencer. Like, you just
I want to be that. I want to be that quiet. I want to be that quiet money. I want to be that quiet, silent, rich people money.
Well,
like
you know why? Because if I have money, I don't want people knowing about it. It's none of your damn business what I have.
It's gonna be because that's when all your that's gonna be all your relatives gonna be asking you for everything. Like they just come out of the woodwork. Hey, what's up, Kim folk? Yeah, what's up, Kim folk?
And I'd be wealthy enough to have my phone off most of the time. Thank God. And I'd be with my wife all the time because she wouldn't have to work. So, whatever.
Well, also,
I'm not answering phone calls.
The way you look at it, a lot of these influencers are shallow.
Of course, dude. Do you see how his car is painted?
Yeah. So Jake, let's show the video that just came out today about this fucktard.
So, as you guys saw, when Jack was texting and driving, his buddy was filming and live streaming it, and you saw he got pretty banged up. He was bleeding all over his face. He got a concussion, which we know about. So what do you do about this? Is he actually an employee? Does he have medical benefits? Do you pay for his medical bills? What do you do? Well, apparently, you get him a fucking jet ski. This is what you do.
Oh, shit. You need jet skis.
Get him a jet ski.
You're not showing it.
Filmer, a brand new 300 horsepower supercharged jet ski as a I'm sorry gift for getting in that McLaren crash. He's been wanting this for literally.
You nearly killed the dude, and you gave him a jet ski, you moron.
My filmer. Our birthday and my filmer.
Michael David.
Oh, yeah. The $15,000
yeah.
I'm gonna just say this. I'm assuming that he probably paid for his medical bills too, or whatever. Because he had no choice.
You're the best, bro. We were literally talking about this yesterday.
Dude, this is one way done.
Yeah. No one.
Look at his face. Look at his face.
Chris, bro. You're a legend now.
Yeah, that's enough of that. That's enough of that.
He makes me sick.
Seriously? Like, I hope, like you said, Chris, I hope he did pay his medical bills. Also, he's calling him his filmer? His filmer?
I'm assuming that they're not friends like that.
You didn't call him your friend. You didn't call him your cameraman. You didn't say one of your employees, which would be a little cold, but, hopefully it's accurate. You called him your filmer?
What's up, Adam?
And you got him a
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, bro.
And you know what? He makes enough money. Maybe he could buy a new personality.
Let me say this. Oh, my boy Adam. What's up, Adam? I was gonna say this. This is the bad type of influencer that you want to look up to. Now, I know this is not on the thing, and we probably forgot to talk about this part or whatever. Rippa, young Rippa. 650,000 dude with the books or whatever.
That's someone you want to look up to.
That's a person that I look up to.
Also, he's dropping an Isom statue.
Yeah.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is dropping an Isom statue. Riffers has teamed up with Iron Shoes to bring the official Isom statue here. Let's refresh this and let's get this to play a little bit. Watch this. Check out this big ass statue. Because it looks pretty tight. Not gonna lie. Oh, let's look at that,
dude. Now that's a man that I would want my, like, if I had children, that's a man that I want them to look up to, like Eric July or wherever, like, you know.
Look at this statue. Look,
dude, this is clean.
Dude, that looks.
It's clean.
Oh, dude.
Dude, it's fucking McFarlane, isn't it?
No, it's Iron Toys.
Oh,
It's Iron Toys. It's like down in Brazil or whatever.
Yep, and it's not a toy. It's a statue, man. It's nice.
Statue.
Very nice.
Dude, if I had the money, if I only had the money, dude.
I just gotta get another job, man, and I'm gonna buy that Yair statue, and I'm gonna buy this Isom statue, man.
Yeah, it's really nice. But yeah, as far as like internet influencers go, someone like Young Rippa, someone like Eric July, who is doing something with his life, grinding, putting in work, putting out a product that people actually enjoy, doing that stuff, you know, that's the American dream right there. That's the dream.
Yeah,
that's what you should. If you want to be an entrepreneur, do that. Come up with something that people like, and do it well, and keep doing it.
Yeah.
So also I want to say, welcome back to X, Dan Vask. He got back on X.
Yeah.
It was yesterday or today.
Really?
He free, so he's back on, and he liked my post. I tagged him in.
Oh, right on. So does that mean the X ban in Brazil has
been lifted?
Has been lifted.
It's been lifted.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Interesting. So that Lord Voldemort looking motherfucker is on their Supreme Court is I guess I don't know. I'm not exactly sure the situation down there, but yeah, the fact that a country of, let's see, Brazil's like 240 million people had X banned from it is just ridiculous.
Crazy.
Over stupid shit.
Over
stupid shit.
We're glad you're back. We're glad everybody in Brazil is back.
Yep.
Good job. Welcome back, guys.
What's next on our docket?
So, pop culture. Oh boy.
Indeed.
So, can you pull up that Joker stuff? Oh my god.
Sure.
I did. I took a bullet for all of you guys. Do not go support this movie. Like, do not support this movie. Do not support it at all. Don't give Warner Brothers your money. Do not give Warner Brothers your money. I repeat to you guys, do not give Warner Brothers your money, because this was ass. This was not a good movie whatsoever.
Well,
it was literally a folly. I'm
going to say this much. I said this last night in the GCA chat. This is a movie I will never watch. Even if it falls off the truck in front of ABF's house, I might watch it then. But I ain't paying for this stupid shit.
You went from never watching it to I'll watch it if it falls off a truck. Man,
if you are a fan of the first Joker movie,
great
do
movie,
not go watch it.
Billion dollar.
Do not go watch this. Please do not go watch Joker 2. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna tell you. I'm not even a big Terrifier fan. I haven't watched any of the Terrifier movies, but Terrifier is supposed to be out tomorrow. Go watch that if you want to watch a clown movie. Yeah. This movie was straight up ass. Like, they ruined Arthur Fleck's character. They ruined it. I repeat, they ruined his character. Like, basically, overall, what the whole entire movie is basically him saying, I am not the Joker. I am not the Joker. He's telling the audience that thought that this movie was a classic movie right here, saying, I am not the Joker that you like. Todd Phillips just literally turned around, put the middle finger up, and just say, screw all you guys, because you know what? You were not supposed to like the first one. Why do you guys like this person so much?
And spoiler.
And this is why.
So there's a spoiler. So at post-credit scene, he gets killed by the Joker.
It's not even a post-credit scene. It's actually in the movie. It's actually in the movie. It's not even a post-credit scene.
So
it's like literally
the true Joker kills him.
So let me get this straight. Arthur Fleck of the first Joker movie and this one, Folie à Deux, is not actually the Joker. And so the end of this movie, the climax of this movie is the real Joker just comes out and just, and that's that.
So the way I'm seeing it, they're doing like the Red Hood storyline, where it's multiple Red Hoods in like people get inspired by one Red Hood, and which was
the point of the first movie, is that he was inciting riots and everybody was inspired by him, but apparently he was inspired by the real Joker.
He's not. No.
I do want to interject real quick, if I may. Just one thing I want to really quickly interject with is, excuse me. Everything that I've heard this week regarding this movie is that this movie is effectively an inversion of the first movie. Like everything that Arthur Fleck stood for, everything that he did, everything that he accomplished, like, is just totally turned on its head in this movie. It's totally ass backwards.
So, and this is the classic trash can right here. By the way, I just want to shout out to Mo. But this is what Joker 2 needed to do. You're supposed to throw it in the trash right here. You're supposed to throw it in the trash right here. It was that bad, man. It was horrible. It was not good.
So if anybody watched the Gotham TV show, started off great, it fell off at the end. So in there was a storyline where you had this guy that was Joker-esque, right? He did the bombings. He cut his face off and attached it, wore it like a mask, like the Joker did.
Ugh.
Blah 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 blah.
Jeez.
So in this universe, the guy that was in the first movie, Joaquin Phoenix's character, is the inspiration to the Joker that we know and love.
Yeah. So let me add on to that. So this movie here, well, the first Joker movie was actually supposed to be like you said, a homage right here to and I know a lot of Dark Knight fans ain't want to go hear this, but they were supposed to be inspiration to Heath Ledger's Joker or whatever. Like that's basically what they were trying to do. That's what Warner Brothers wanted to do, but Christopher Nolan stepped in and saying nah, I'm not, I highly recommend that you guys don't do that or whatever. It was not really the Joker character itself. He just didn't want to crap on Heath Ledger's
his
legacy or whatever, on his legacy or whatever. But Warner Brothers is going to Warner Brothers, so Todd Phillips, he did the Joker movie or whatever, and Noel actually gave him some notes because at the end where how he puts the makeup on with the blood on his lips or whatever. He was supposed to actually take a knife and carve himself out or whatever to represent the Joker, but Nolan told them
Nolan was don't do
can
that.
You guys not please not do that or whatever. And Todd Phillips has a respect for Nolan, so he didn't do it or whatever. So but that goes to show you
I'm glad about that. Because in The Dark Knight, like Heath Ledger as the Joker tells the story of, you want to know how I got these scars? Like three different times. Like that Cheshire smile that he has is a mystery. So to have Joaquin Phoenix actually cut his mouth open like that, it would demystify the whole thing, and it would. I'm glad Todd Phillips listened.
Well, see, that's the thing with the Joker. We don't know his origin.
That's what makes it cool.
All we know is he was Red Hood at one point. He did fight Batman.
Yeah.
He fell into chemicals. That's how he became Joker.
Yep.
You never seen his face ever.
Yeah.
And
you'll get hints every once in a while, but it's either like you'll go with the story of, oh, he was a comedian, oh, he was just a lowlife, oh, he was just a thief, or he used to work for the mob or whatever. And you know what? That's perfectly fine. I don't care about that type of stuff. Like, as long as you keep Joker like a mystery, don't give us an actual origin story, people are going to be fine. Like, that's what made the first movie so great, is because, this could be a good, like, hey, I can actually believe that this could be the Joker. Maybe. We don't know, or whatever. What's up, Mo?
and building off of what you just said, Kreese, Todd Phillips is like, nah. This movie, this $200 million sequel that Phantom, you put a number on the thumbnail. How much money did this movie make opening weekend?
20 million disaster. It only made 20 million. It's open, dude. Now this is like early box office too.
Yeah.
This is preview plus the weekend. Only $20 fucking million. This movie has to make a good $800 to $900 million to break
that
even.
would be a success. I would say if it's a $200
it has to be $420 million.
Well, also you got to think marketing after the budget. Marketing.
Well, yes.
It's a $200 million budget movie. Typically, the rule is 1.5 to 2 times the amount, so about 400 to 450 million. That would be the break-even amount. It's certainly not going to crack $1 billion like the first.
No, not this time.
No way, not a chance.
And what's for some of the positives? I'll give some. Fortunately, there is somewhat positives in this movie. Lady Gaga actually did good in this movie. Actually, I was kind of surprised that she actually did not get enough screen time. Like, she needed more screen time as Harley. She's not actually Harley Quinn. She's Lee or whatever. Okay. Lee Quinn or whatever. So once again, and I have to be fair to Todd Phillips. He has told us in the past, this is just an inspiration for the Joker. It's not the Joker of the comic book. So, a lot of people got to keep on understanding that, but it's just the fact that you basically just said screw your fans at the end or whatever.
The biggest thing that came out of the first Joker movie, you see the death of Thomas and Martha Wayne at the end of Joker 1, people.
Right.
You see it.
And in some Batman storylines, the man who kills Bruce Wayne's parents is the Joker. In some of them, not in all of them.
Yeah.
A few Elseworld, Jack Napier. It's some
Jack Napier. That's it.
Yeah. And I mean, we all know Joe Chill is the main guy that kills, Bruce's parents, right?
Yep. And in the first Joker movie, it was just a guy. It was just one of the guys wearing one of the plastic masks. There's thousands of them all over the city. There just happens to be a guy who just bang bang, and that's that.
So we don't know if that's Joe Chill, or that could be the pseudo Joker.
Yeah.
Or it could have been the real Joker. Ooh, it could have been. We don't know. And
another thing about this movie. Another thing about this movie, as far as the music, the music wasn't bad. I'll give it, I like big band music. I don't got a problem with it or whatever. But the musical thing, this should not have been a musical at all. If it would have just stayed like a normal court drama, it would have been way better. Like if they didn't have no music in it, this would have been a way better movie or whatever.
Right.
What else?
Okay, so rumor is the only reason they got Lady Gaga on there because she's got an album coming out pretty soon, and she said, "I'll be in this movie if you make it a musical." That's the only way they got her, and she's not a bad actress. She did pretty good on American Horror Story. I mean, she's not a bad actress.
She's actually a pretty decent actor.
Mm-hmm.
She's a pretty good actor.
I think she did well in the various American Horror Stories she's in. I thought she did well in the remake of A Star Is Born with Bradley Cooper. You know,
yeah.
Kreese, did she sing in this movie at all? In any of the?
She sung, and she did good. She like I keep on telling everybody, Harleen or whatever, or AKA Lee or whatever, should have been in this movie a little bit more. And then, like, another thing that I did not like about this movie is they took the Joker's manhood, man. They bent him over, dog, in the jail cell, bro. Like the officers.
Which
like, beat him up.
Was a deliberate decision, also.
Yeah.
Yikes.
So I'm just going to say this. I'm not a person that like watching grape scenes. It doesn't matter if it's man or woman. I don't think they should be in movies. That's just me personally. I can't watch it, bro. Like I don't like watching that stuff. I was like, dude, I really just wanted to walk out the theater so badly, bro. Yeah. Like that because it was just disgusting, man. Also, you had Harvey Dent in here. He served no purpose. He's Harvey Dent in name, and that's it, or whatever. Like, there's no remorse.
Was it Tommy Lee Jones? Was it Tommy Lee Jones?
No. Harvey Dent was just there, like, to be the prosecutor, just to say, like, hey, Harvey Dent is in. But then it doesn't make sense because guess what? Harvey Dent and Batman are supposed to be the same age, and this is like, this is like supposed to be 2 years.
I mean, this could be Harvey Dent Sr. because I mean he's Harvey Dent Jr. in some iterations.
Stop giving them excuses. No, like
don't give me excuses. I'm crazy. Stop it. Oh my gosh.
Oh, and then another thing, like Todd Phillips. Let me just tell Todd Phillips, I lost a little respect over you for you this weekend because straight up, this fool just straight up said, like, I am not going to he didn't show up to the red carpet premiere. And also, like, the people that were trying to, like, you know, actually help him on the movie, like James Gunn and them was trying to say, like, hey man, there's some notes that we can probably send your way to make this movie a little bit better. Cause, like, you know, they said James Gunn and Peter Safran actually watched the movie before it even came out, and they did not like it. Like, they were trying to say, like, you know, maybe you could cut it up, make it shorter, like, you know, maybe cut the music down or whatever. Like, Warner Brothers was even trying to tell Todd Phillips, and Todd Phillips said, like, no, I'm going to do it my way because, you know, these fans have to pay for liking the first movie. I don't understand. It makes no sense.
Which is super weird because, again, I'll go back to the previous thing I shared. Todd Phillips saying he wanted nothing to do with this sequel. Do you think, Kreese, that him saying he wanted, quote, wanted nothing to do, end quote, with the sequel, do you feel that he made it the way he did, like, out of spite for the people that liked the first movie? And that's the reason everything is so upside down?
I will have to agree with that. It's one of my sayings, and I tell my friends this. Shout out to my friends, the Kings of Pop Culture. Love you, bros. You throw enough money up front of a man, it will change his mind instantly or whatever. So, like the original budget for this movie was supposed to be a little bit more than the last movie. The last movie was like 50 million.
Right.
The budget for Joker 2 at first, it was about like I wanted to say like about 50 or 60 million or whatever. But like once again, Todd Phillips didn't want to do the movie. Joaquin Phoenix didn't want to do the movie. I mean, they had Lady Gaga on board already, but they just needed those two to like sign on to the contract. And, you know, they're basically saying, nah, don't want to do it or whatever. But, you know, Warner Brothers says like, okay, how much of this? You know what I'm saying? Like, you put enough money in front of a man, it'll change him every single time, man. Like, so I think he ruined I think he took a knee, like in boxing, like, hey, you got hit in the gut, you take a knee, and you're like, I'm done, I quit or whatever. I don't want to do it or whatever. So, so.
Yeah. I mean, also, do you potentially agree with Wirren, who said he just killed his career with this film? Do you think like Todd Phillips?
I don't think
no. I wouldn't go that far. Everybody's entitled to have like a one bad movie, like a one horrendous movie. Because to be fair to Todd Phillips, I mean, once again, like Hangover 2 wasn't that great, but he rebutted and made Hangover 3, and a lot of people liked Hangover 3. Like it was a little bit better than 2, but not greater than 1 or whatever. Of course, like if you watch War Dogs, like highly recommend that movie. That's a good Todd Phillips movie right there. You can always rewatch the first Joker movie. So
that's true. Like you were saying, Chris, eventually they just back the truck up and be like, "Oh shit, that's a lot of money." And
it's one of those things of like you'll be a fool to not take it or whatever. Like because then
life-changing amount of money.
And then there's another thing. You don't want nobody touching your product. Like, because what would happen is if like Todd Phillips didn't want to do it and Joaquin Phoenix didn't want to do it, Warner Brothers was going to find a way to put that movie out or whatever. So they're going to ask somebody else and like recast Joaquin Phoenix and then it's going to be the what if that movie makes $1 billion without me or Joaquin type of thing. Right. So that's why that's the ego of him being a director or whatever. So, you know.
So I call this the $1 million. This is the $1 billion curse. When they do a movie that should be a one and done, and it makes a shit ton of money, they will beat that. They'll beat that like a dead horse.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's a moneymaker. They'll that's what ruins franchises.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's like the old Simpsons joke.
Yeah.
It's like the old Simpsons joke where like second or third season where Bart Simpson says, "Man, if I had a TV show, I'd run that sucker into the ground." It's like, I mean, and you know, that's kind of what happened to The Simpsons. And similar to this, where the Joker 1 was kind of a phenomenon and broke $1 billion, nobody saw it coming. Movie. You could have just left it alone, but Warner Brothers was kind of in a period of strife in 2019, and they were like,
they need money.
So
they're broke, so they're willing to do something. But let's talk about a Batman character that's actually doing good. And
we got Jon Stewart, baby. We got Jon Stewart, baby.
Well, I'm gonna talk about that in a minute, but let me just do this Penguin thing real quick. Yeah, it's all good. So like Penguin 3 real quick. Then we'll get to Jon Stewart. Phantom, like we'll get to Jon Stewart. Whoever.
See, we're gonna get there, I promise.
Yeah, Penguin 3, man. Penguin, my goodness. So this is the crazy part. This is made in the same studio. This show right here. Batman character, Penguin, Colin Farrell. My goodness, it's a good episode 3 was just amazing. Oz is just that dude right there. Oh yeah, and it's confirmed that the Penguin takes place in 2020. So hopefully they do not require any of the mask stuff or whatever.
Hopefully not.
You know, because of a sort of like, you know, Jackie Chan virus thing. So you know, basically what I like about this episode right here, it's focusing on Vic, and like it showed you what Vic's life was like before the flood. Like they did like the first 10 minutes of the episode, they was talking about what Vic was doing, and like, you know, Vic got a little girlfriend too or whatever. The Riddler flood destroyed all of Vic's area. It destroyed their families or whatever. And it's just to speed it up. Basically, Vic reunites with his girlfriend again or whatever. With Oz and Sophia, like they're finally teaming up with the family on, like, you know, selling the drugs to the public or whatever. Like, and yeah, basically, Oz and Sophia, they are doing their thing, man. What else? So it's kind of hard when you just watching it by yourself. It's kind of hard to explain it, but like, you know, basically, and just to wrap it up with Penguin 3, like Sophia and Oz are really working on their relationship on how to trust one another. That's the best way I can explain it. It's more of like a Vic story episode type of arc or whatever. And also you see Oz get a little bit gangster because one of the higher ups of the family is talking crazy to him, and he literally sticks a cell phone through the dude's mouth. So make the damn call. Yeah, so you know. But and yeah.
I have a tiny bit of anecdotal evidence to show that the show is, to prove that the show is good. As I said to you guys before we went live, my mom has been watching it.
Mm-hmm.
I walked in after the show last week because right around when the show ends is when the new episode airs on HBO. My mom was watching it, and she had watched the first episode earlier in the week, and she is right now watching episode 4 live.
Yeah.
And
well, it's not there's no episode.
Excuse me.
It's not episode 4, but there's only episode 3 so far. But yeah, episode 4 going to be coming out this Sunday.
Yeah, it's not her thing. It's not her thing, but she started watching it and she's continued to watch it. So if someone like my mom, who is not into these types of stories, is enjoying it enough to continue watching it, it's probably good.
I want to say that Penguin is like the #1 show in America right now. Like people are tuning in to watch it. Like it's like the #1 stream show.
What's the Rotten Tomato score on Penguin right now?
Rotten Tomatoes.
I think it's like a 91.
Let's do it live, folks. Let me check it out.
We're doing live. Live.
Fuck it, we'll do it live.
Shout out Bill O'Reilly.
We
do it live.
We have right here, boom. Average tomato meter states that it is at 94% with a popcorn meter audience score of 89%. So
that's good.
That's pretty good. Yeah, I'd say so. I'd say that's pretty good.
I'm surprised that they're actually liking it. Like,
I mean, it's finally some good food. Finally, something decent.
Yeah. So I guess we could talk about Jon Stewart.
Yeah, because Phantom is ultra excited about this. So why not? Aaron Pierre has been cast as Jon Stewart in the new Lantern series. Phantom, just go off, King. Go off,
dude. So I wonder if they are they gonna let him keep hair? Are they gonna do like the bald look? Jon Stewart, to me, he, when it comes to like, Justice League Unlimited, it's Jon Stewart is a founding member of the Justice League in those cartoons.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it's not Hal Jordan. It's him.
It's Jon
right?
Stewart.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And so I'm super excited for this. At least he's probably going to look better than Guy Gardner.
Mm-hmm. I mean, he looks like Jon Stewart. He does.
Yeah.
He does. I mean, the facial structure, his physique, he looks like it.
You want to know what's the funny thing? My friend Jacob, the Chosen One, like
he knows him.
Aaron Pierre or whatever. Like he knows his father or whatever. Like his father was his mentor or whatever.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah.
There's a video about that out today.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. I didn't know. That.
But
Cool.
I'm gonna say this much. If it's shit, if it's shit, we will call it out. I want to give this a chance because I really don't know his work. I don't know what he's done in the past.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a lot of people out there who are like, he is perfect for Jon Stewart. He's going to be great in the role.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard a lot of good things. But know this, if it comes out and it's bad, I will let you know it's bad because I'm a huge comic book, nerd. I love comic books. I love comic book movies. I know the lore on several different, characters, Batman, Green Lantern, Arrow, a lot of them. Jon Stewart, it's like I've said this a million times. You got to get your characters right.
Yes, absolutely.
As far as Jon Stewart's my favorite Green Lantern. Mm-hmm. Not because, and I only hear in the comment section, it's because like he was the first Green Lantern that I've seen. It's the first Green Lantern that I've seen on TV. Yeah, weirdos. Like,
and there's another thing. He bangs hot girl and has a kid with hot girl. I mean, come on, girl, man, hot girl.
Hot girl magic. Talk to it.
Hot girl,
etc. and so forth.
Yeah. Basically,
hey,
I hope he does good, man. I really does.
I'd rather have hot girl magic than
black girl magic.
I mean,
man.
Me too. I guess.
Yeah. No, I mean, I'm happy. I'm happy for this just shows you that DC is trying, or whatever. Like they're trying to put it together or whatever. Like it's just one of them things is you're pulling for DC to like finally get a win, dude. Like they'll get like a win here or there, but you want it to be consistent wins. You know what I'm saying? Like you just want them to just get the W's, man. Like come on, dude. Like you guys have like arguably some of the biggest names in comic books. Well, you got two of them with Superman and Batman, and then you got the #1 female hero in Wonder Woman. And then you also got like all the other side characters too with Flash, the Green Lanterns, Monster Manhunter, Dr. Fate, Cyborg, the Teen Titans. Dude, you got Swamp bangers Thing that you can do. Swamp Thing or whatever, like you have bangers, man.
So
it's just you got to learn how to do it.
So this is how I see it. When this could be DC's last hurrah with this new cinematic universe because the Snyderverse failed. It 100% failed.
Unfortunately, yeah.
And James Gunn, I kind of got my reservations on Superman. We all know this because I don't want them to do Sailor Superman, which I'm waiting till the first trailer comes out. Then trust me, you will hear from the horse's mouth how I feel about the Superman movie when I see the first trailer.
Right.
You got to do your characters right. You got to cater to the fans. And this could be, Warner Brothers' last hurrah. If this fails, they could be done with making superhero films from Warner Brothers. Because if this fails
for a while,
they'll literally, I mean, look at Batman. It took nearly a decade before Batman came back after Batman and Robin.
And it would probably be a similar situation where if this James Gunn universe falls on its face again, we all three kind of feel the same way. It'd probably be like another decade before it happens again.
Yeah.
Before they try again. And real quick, Phantom, speaking of James Gunn and his characters, because you don't want, Sailor Superman, how do you feel about what James Gunn said as far as inspirations for Lex Luthor? How do you feel about this? A guy on Instagram asked him what are your inspirations for Lex Luthor in the upcoming Superman movie? And he pulls out a few. He pulls out All-Star Superman, the ones written by Azzarello, the reckless scientific genius that he was from the 50s and the 60s in the comics. How do you feel about that? How do you feel about that, Chris?
If it's better than what we got in Batman v Superman, I'm all for it.
I have a feeling that's kind of a low bar to clear, honestly. Yeah. Jesse Eisenberg was not a good Lex Luthor at all.
I'm gonna say this. Like, before I go into James Gunn, I'll just speak on Lex Luthor. Nicholas Hoult, you got some competition on Lex Luthor though, man, because old boy that played Abraham on The Walking Dead, that's playing Lex Luthor right now.
Oh, dude,
bruh, he is a menace. Like, bruh, you gotta out evil him.
We gotta go back and we gotta watch. I need to go back and watch Superman and Lois. We need to do videos on that because those two that part 1, part 2 premiere.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my
good.
Okay, so let's do a little rundown. So in this, Luthor shows up at the Kent farm and he sicks Doomsday onto Superman. He knows Clark Kent's Superman.
Mm-hmm.
He knows he's Superman.
Yeah. Of course he does.
No, he knows. Yeah. He knows. And they fight all over. They fight all over Smallville. They fight all over the moon.
Metropolis.
Dude, they break off half the fucking moon with fighting.
Yeah.
They literally break up the moon.
Doomsday and Superman crack the moon in half with their fighting.
And
tell me why this is a better fight than the actual Snyder fight, man. Like the Snyderverse fight.
I don't know.
And you know what? I am fine.
Empty island.
I am fine that they used Bizarro as the body for Doomsday. I am fine.
Makes it a little bit more sense. Makes more sense than Zod. Yeah.
Yeah, because Zod. I mean, in the comic, if nobody knows, if you don't know, I'm gonna give you a little backstory of Doomsday. Doomsday was a bioengineered weapon made on Krypton by Superman's father and uncle to protect the Kryptonians. It was a bioweapon that was dangerous, and they locked it away. And when Krypton exploded, it drifted in space for how many years? Because of galactic, time is different.
Right.
Crashes on Earth, and it has one thing it's going to do:
kill Superman.
It literally hunts the DNA of Jor-El, and that's
it wants his revenge.
Superman. Yeah.
He wants Kal-El, and he wants Kal-El dead.
Yeah, that's all I'm gonna have to say. Just to tell people, man, go watch Superman and Lois. It's gonna be its last season or whatever. But yeah, man, that Nicholas Hoult, you got some competition, bro. That's all I'm gonna say. And as far as the James Gunn thing, before we just go into our last subject with old girl from the Acolyte or whatever, listen. I know people are giving James Gunn a hard time, but to be fair to James Gunn, once again, would you rather have a person that doesn't do superhero movies and doesn't have love for superhero movies in charge of the universe, and or would you want to do that someone knows a lot? Well, he does know a lot or whatever, that has a passion for it or whatever.
That one.
And and once again, there's criticisms he's never done a big name person like Superman or Batman or whatever. But this is where I have to say, he's batting a 900 average, guys. He did good with Guardians, he did good with Peacemaker. It was the #1 TV show, however, on HBO Max. His Suicide Squad was pretty good or whatever. There's a lot more people that loved it. Loved it, did hate it or whatever, and it launched Peace Market. So that's what I just say is the best thing you can do is you just give him a chance. That's all we can do. Yeah, that's all.
But getting back to what Jake said, the Luthor from All Star Superman has to be next to Smallville, next to Justice League Unlimited is my favorite Lex Luthor. I have All Star Superman. I had the movie right up there. I had the comic books. He is he is a bad guy, but then in the comic books he finally sees Superman's side. Superman's like, okay, I want you to implement the stuff that you said you would do if I was out of the way.
Mm.
And Luthor finally gives Superman respect in All-Star Superman. So
yeah.
So
real quick,
I thought you were going to say something, Jake.
Yeah, I was just going to say real quick before we moved to our final subject. Did you want to speak on the thing Matt Reeves said about the Batman spinoff, or do you want to just move on to Agatha?
Sure. Like, let's just tackle that real quick. Like, basically, it's like the Arkham Asylum or whatever. Like, it's
he's going to do a series. Based on Arkham Asylum.
Yeah, he's going to do. So, I mean, what I think is what's going to happen. This is just my opinion, real quick. It's just what my theory is. Like, I believe that the Joker is probably going to break out of prison or whatever, and like it's just going to show you like what happens in Arkham Asylum. It looks like even Sophia Falcone even talked about her stuff in Arkham Asylum. So like we'll get to see what's going on. That's how I feel about it.
Okay. Now this would be a perfect movie to have Batman cameo every now and then when you bring in the perp into Arkham Asylum. They might even have it where, maybe at the end of the series, hey, Joker's the true Joker is breaking out of Arkham. They call Batman in to take out the rogues. They're there. So that would work. I would be happy with that.
Yeah. So final subject, basically Amandla Stenberg's co-star is saying that Disney did not do enough to help out the Acolyte or whatever. There should be a season 2, and like it's about racism. There's a lot of racism in pop culture.
She said a number of really dumb
stupid things.
Yeah, Jodie Turner. Jodie Turner, that's the name of the co-star of Amandla Stenberg. Let's see. The byline quote is, quote, "It's just not fair to not say anything. It's really unfair." And that is alleging that the studio ignored racism that Amandla Stenberg received on The Acolyte.
What racism?
Quote,
the show was trash.
Phantom, how do you feel about this? Quote, "They've got to stop doing this thing where they don't say anything when people are getting effing dogpiled on the internet with racism and BS. It's just not fair to not say anything. It's really unfair. It would just be nice if the people that have all the money were showing their support and putting their feet down. Say this is unacceptable. You're not a fan if you do this. Make a really big statement and just see if any money leaves."
The same racist company that struck John Boyega's picture on the Force Awakens. That company, the one that you're protecting. Okay.
Yeah.
I haven't played this in a while, so.
Bring it on, Phantom. Bring it on.
How was there fucking racism? If she wouldn't have went out and attacked the fans like the moron that she fucking was, she probably wouldn't have all the it was criticism. It's not racism. Stop using these fucking terms when you have people criticizing your dumb performance, your lackluster performance. Stop calling it racism, homophobia, xenophobia. Stop that bullshit. It's not to. This is the one thing that really pisses me off about stuff now. That when you criticize somebody and you have legit criticism, it's either homophobia, racism, xenophobia. It's some phobia, right? It's some right.
You're an istophobe of whatever color. Yeah.
And you know what? I'm not none of those. I hate everything. Right. Me and Crease, we watched The Acolyte. Episode 5 was the only good episode in the series because people died. That's it. The acting was atrocious.
And all people died.
Dude, they had fire in space.
In the vacuum of space, which is
in the vacuum of space.
It's not supposed to work.
Yeah.
That's not how it works.
Can I say something real quick, and I'll just give it right back to you, Phantom. I am just gonna say this. I'm going to be like Rippa and what he said. Like people like us, Jeremy, Rippa, Ryan, fellowship guys. We're only this small of the quote unquote of the minority, of loud minority or whatever, which that makes no sense or whatever, because if we were the loud minority, they would have been listening to us on why most of their stuff is crap anyway. All these dum-dums, these dumb people that don't watch it anyway, all they had to do was show up. That's it. If you would have showed up, you guys would have had a season 2. And then despite how me or the rest of everybody in the fellowship, we can't say anything, but guess what? We're the minority. Hey, you guys, obviously there's somebody that likes this. It's capitalism. We got to be fair. Like, it's capitalism. If you're supplying, they're demanding it and you're supplying it. I can't get mad at it or whatever. So either one, we're not a small minority and like we're the majority, or two, like there's like you guys don't show up to your stuff that like you're supposed to. So
and I think it's the latter. I think it's the latter. Real quick, Phantom, before you cook off again, I think you brought this up earlier this evening, Crease, which is the modern audience that these projects are being made for are such a tiny percentage of the viewing audience, and even still, they don't show out for this stuff. They only care to do some slacktivism on X or Instagram or just all over the internet. They don't actually care. They don't actually watch this stuff.
So, is there people that are probably saying hateful things? Yes, but the problem is
we disavow that, by the way. Yeah. We disavow just throwing hatred and vitriol to people, actors, game developers, whatever. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter what you personally feel about those people. We absolutely disavow throwing hate at people. You can complain about all you want. We can complain about it here. We can complain about it in Discord or in private chats or whatever. But don't literally go to their X page or their Instagram or anything like that and send them hate. That's absolutely bullshit and uncalled for.
Yeah.
But you're perfectly
I don't condone racism. I don't condone any of that. But if you act a jerk to your audience, you got to expect that people are going to talk back. You will not. We're in a country where the First Amendment exists, and then we got the second one just to back up the first one. But
that's right. That's right. Absolutely.
It's just bad writing, man. That's it. It's just bad writing. You suck.
And complaining about bad writing is not analogous to racism. They're not the same thing. Because bad writing doesn't care if you're white, doesn't care if you're black, doesn't care if you're a man, doesn't care if you're a woman. If it's bad, it's bad. Period.
Well, see, also, we do know that Disney has had their shills go out and post disgusting things towards the actors. We know this with the woman that was in Obi-Wan. And also, they're going to do Obi-Wan season 2.
Great.
I mean, they ended season 1 with Obi-Wan and Anakin stroke
Qui-Gon.
Darth Vader fighting, and then with Qui-Gon coming to Obi-Wan. Like, what is it going to be now? Like, Leia is
9 years.
where
There's
supposed to be in canon. Luke is on the farm with Uncle Owen and Aunt Beru.
Yeah.
Is it just
So
going to
there's
be
still
Darth
another
Maul?
9 years.
It's going to be Darth Maul.
So it's still another
come
9 years.
on.
So
God bless
it's 9 years left until the episode
until New Hope.
Luke is 10, so I think probably what they're going to do is that now this could be more focused on his relationship with Luke.
So building up this relationship with old Ben Kenobi,
Yeah,
basically, basically right before New Hope kicks off.
Yeah, but my whole thing with this is you idiots just need to stop doing this shit.
Yeah, don't do this.
Oh.
Don't do this, please. This is a terrible idea. I'm
Star Wars
sorry
is
that
dead.
I had to get it from
Sorry.
Isaac. Good Lord.
I seen it, Isaac.
Yeah.
I was gonna talk about that next week.
Well, then
But
save it. Save it.
Yeah, just save it. Save it for next week.
So
Like we got
recommendation time. Recommendation time.
recommendations.
You know what? For once, I'm going to go first. I'm going to go first with recommendations.
You normally do.
Well, you guys actually have to get props and stuff, so I'm just going to use it.
I already got my shit.
So
Go ahead.
This was sent to me by a good friend of mine. This guy right here. As you guys know, there's been a certain person on the loose, a new superhero villain named the P. Diddler, who is in jail right now. And famous rapper Cassidy dropped a song this week
From
a diss track
Philadelphia.
from Philly, a town that's just there for me. It's only about 20 minutes away. And the song is called No Diddy, which is the name of an older song as well. But I feel like if I had to choose a screen in the music video to capture, it would be this one. I think it fits. It's a solid diss track. I haven't heard from Cassidy in some time, but I felt that the lyrics in this song were very apropos to what's going on. It's very current. It's hilarious.
Did they ever
It's
release
hilarious.
Did they ever release his mugshot?
Well, I mean, I bet it kind of looks like this, to be quite honest.
Most likely.
No, look, he would look more sad and older.
And let's see, real quick, it has 12 days ago, 935,000 views. I mean, even Eminem has the Diddy diss up. Like, people are dog piling on Diddy right now. And you know what?
Rightfully so.
Well deserved. Well deserved. They never released that one photo because there was the information that came out that there was like 1,000 bottles of baby oil and lubricant that were found in his mansion in LA. And there was actually a guy who went out and bought like 1,000 bottles of baby oil and lubricant and put it in his garage just to take a picture, just to show people how much that is. It's absolutely hilarious. But yeah, go to New York's Finest, the channel on YouTube, look up the song No Diddy by Cassidy and listen to it. It's funny. It's hilarious. It's a good song. And it's so worth it because, whenever Titans fall over, whenever Titans are toppled like this and the diss tracks come out there, they're absolutely gold. And I love it. I love it.
Support the homie. Support the homie.
Support the homie.
I heard that song. I heard that song a little earlier today, and I'm like, damn, so good, but true, so true.
So true indeed.
So, Chris, what you got? What's your recommendation for the week?
So, I mean, well, we got one of the famous Dragon Ball Z voice actors passed away. Well, the narrator for the Ocean dub, he passed away. So highly recommend you guys go watch Dragon Ball Z Ocean dub, aka Rock the Dragon box set right here. This is a collectible right here. I don't think you'll be able to find it. I think this is about like $200 or $300. To buy this box set right here. I got this for about like $70 or whatever on Amazon like years ago. But yeah, man, the voice actor Don Harris. Yeah, Don Harris. Like he was like the Canadian voice actor for Dragon Ball Z, Ocean Dub, and RP to that guy right there, man. He was basically our childhood for the first half of Toonami. A little bit on WB. That's how I knew about Dragon Ball Z because of him. Last time on Dragon Ball Z. Yeah. So yeah, pretty. RPT, man, you're up there with Akira Toriyama, and you guys are gonna fly up with that flying Nimbus with my boy Jesus up there. So it's all good, man.
Right on. So what do you got for us, Phantom?
So I got 3 movies.
Oh my goodness, dude! Pace yourself.
3 very special movies.
Pace yourself, brother.
And it's the Evil Dead franchise, baby. Let's go. Evil Dead 2, and
Army of Darkness, baby.
Director's cut.
Wait, I'm sorry. Hold up, Army of Darkness one more time. Is that the actual cover?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's very Raimi, official bootleg edition, that kind of thing. Okay, All right, that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah, so I picked these up probably about 2 years ago at a Goodwill, and I paid $1 a piece for them, and
worth it.
God, these movies are so good. If you guys have not seen Evil Dead, why not? It's like Creed's watching Lord of the Rings.
Oh my God!
I fell asleep.
Look, the man works for a living. He was tired. It was late at night. The movies are really long. Give him a break, okay? Give him a break. Go do it.
No, I'm fucking with you. But yeah, go. Also, Ash versus the Evil Dead. Great TV series. Great TV
Sci-fi
series. These movies are so good, and you got to think low budget, practical effects, and Sam Raimi. This is the movies that made put Sam Raimi and Bruce Campbell on the map. Were these damn movies? Straight up.
Yeah, they're great. They're absolutely fantastic movies. I think they're awesome.
So we're at that point in the show where we're gonna do our outros, and so I'm gonna say, Kreese, what you got coming up, brother?
I should be doing Penguin Part 3 and Part 4 together, like either this week or next week with my boy Adam. And then also, I believe that I might be doing KSW this Saturday, but I'm not 100% sure because I'm going to be in San Antonio, but I'll figure it out. That's what I got going on.
Right on.
So, Jake, what's going on? And you can go ahead and announce who's going to be the special guest hopefully Monday night for Off the Hip.
Oh, that is not for me to. That's not for me to say.
It was already announced. It was announced It was announced Off the Hip, wasn't it?
It was insinuated, but nevertheless, there is potentially
a special guest.
Wink, going to be a very special guest. Wink, on Off the Hip, which is a show on Alec Baldwin's Fingers channel, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Mondays. ABF is currently on vacation in Peru. He's meeting up with some people there. He's meeting up with Sophie there. He's going to be seeing Cusco. He's going to be seeing a few other places. So we are going to have a ringer come in and host for us. That's what I do on Mondays. I'm a little bit transient with that because I am quite busy. It's 70 days exactly. Or I think it might be 69 days actually, until I get married. And so there are still some things to do with that. So I've been getting busier and busier, as has my fiance. Otherwise, I'm right here on the official For the Homies podcast, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every Thursday. And if you are capable of doing basic mathematics, you'll realize that in a couple weeks, October 31st, spooky time, Halloween, we will be having a show. And we're hoping to have a very special show for that with maybe some special guests and some special topics. But otherwise, my name is Big Dog Jake, BIGGDOGGJAKE. You can follow me on Twitter /X. You can follow me on Instagram. You can follow me, shoot me a message over on Discord. I am a professional, though occasional, VOA. I'm a political writer for hire. I love video games. I love metal music. I will talk to anyone about them. And we do it here every Thursday. Rain or shine, we ball. We do it for the homies. Guys, another great show. Thank you for everyone for showing out. Love doing this with you guys. And I look forward to yet another one. And by the way, make sure you, all of you watching, join the Discord. Follow us on X. We got links highlighted. Nagger, Isaac, they've been throwing links up. All the links for all of our stuff are down in the description. Phantom, get us the fuck out of here. Let's go.
Well, before we go, I want to let everybody know that hopefully on election night on my main channel, which just hit 100 subs.
Hot damn.
We're going to be doing an election night stream. And also, the homies officially hit 67 subscribers.
Let's go. And we're only 2 away from 69. Nice.
Yes. So until next time, I'm Phantom X. He's MMA Chris Jr. He's Big Dog Jake. It's Thursday night. It's the homies, and we will see you next week. Peace out, everybody.
Like the stream nerds.
Later.
We talking about the life we know. Lasting vibes and good times flow. Homies gather, let the stories grow. Screaming loud, let the wisdom show. Late nights, we ain't slowing down.